OK, time now for some music from Dominic, Halpin and the Honeybees. They're a Manchester swing band who perform every month at the Cinnamon Club in Hale and the Amber Lounge in Stalybridge.
You wanna be americano, 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 but you were born in Italy.
1940s and 50s sort of jump swing kind of music is it's always been popular, and it's a visual sort of thing to see as well. So I think that's what's really good about it. If you go and see a group like this and they're good and they're enjoying themselves, it's great. And I think it's just the style of music and the different instrumentation that kind of makes it work. For me, it was an upbringing. My parents used to have these amazing parties where they would play your Bobby Darin, your Frank Sinatra, your Rosemary Clooney, your Dean Martin. And at the time, being a 10-year-old boy, I wasn't interested in the music at all. But the deal was I was allowed to stay up all night during the party if I could put these records on the record player. So my job was just stacking these records up as they asked for them. And I was allowed to stay up all night. And then it was only years later when I started playing guitar, and I played in punk bands and rockabilly bands and all sorts of things. And then all this other music that I remember from a childhood came back. And so now it's quite strange. Even though all these great songs are from American artists, I still associate them as being young in Manchester. And so that's my kind of connection with them, really. I think the whole Robbie Williams and Michael Bublé sort of bringing back the swing thing has been a great thing for us, because people come along and they'll say, "Oh, play Mac the Knife," not because they've heard it from the original, but because they've heard it from one of these later artists, which is great because we can play those things. And so, and I think with this kind of music, it does keep coming round. So every 10, 15 years you'll get Rod Stewart bringing out another album of the swing stuff, or Robbie Williams or whatever, and it's a popular genre to cover. And so I think it is, and I think it's really popular live. That's the thing. I think it's really good to try and find one of these bands and go and check them out live. We're quite lucky where we do get flown off to do things in Canada or Tuscany or whatever. We'll get flown to do private events. We've done a lot of private shows for people like Elle Macpherson, and also performed for Simon Cowell's mum on his request, and done a lot of nice, interesting things like that. And yeah, so we're very fortunate. We get a mixture of stuff that we perform at.
Wants to be americano, americano, americano. Gonna get a diamond ring. That's your baby's favorite thing. Okay, alright, yeah, man, wanna be American, wanna be American, wanna be American. Ho!
And stay tuned, because we'll get the full play out of that at the end of the show. Now, if like me...
Buonasera, senorita, buonasera. Well, it's time to say goodnight in Abilene. Why, it's so hard for us to whisper buonasera. That little moon up above the Mediterranean Sea. And in the morning, senorita, we'll go out walking where the mountains have the moon come into sight. And by that little jewelry shop we'll stop and linger while I buy a wedding ring for your finger. In the meantime, let me tell you that I love you. Buonasera, senorita, kiss me goodnight. Buonasera, senorita, kiss me goodnight. Ba-ba-da-tu-ta-pu-de, ah-ba-do-cha-ba-do-bo-bo-bo-bo. Buonasera, senorita, buonasera. Well, it's time to say goodnight to Abilene. Well, it's hard whisper, Bonacetta, that little moon up above the Mediterranean Sea. And in the morning, Senorita will go out a walking, where the mountains of the moon come into sight. By that little old jewelry shop, they're gonna stop and linger. That's when I buy a wedding ring for your finger. In the meantime, let me tell you that I love you, baby, I do. Bonacetta, Senorita, give me a bell. Let's get it now. Shop, we're gonna stop to linger. That's when I buy a wedding ring for your finger. In the meantime, let me tell you that I love you. Bonacetta, Senorita, kiss me at night. Bonacetta, kiss me goodnight. Bonacetta, kiss me goodnight. Bonacetta, kiss me goodnight. Bonacetta, take it out, take it out. Kiss me goodnight, all of it. Bonacetta, give me a night. Bonacetta,